Alright, I have pulled the support bolts here that were locking this thing in place. I'm going to loosen up these guys here. Theoretically, the weight is being supported by the hydraulic rams. But now we'll see. Start loosening things up. So what happens here? This is where things get a little scary. These 16ths. There's a bolt you can put through right here if you can see. There's a few places that kind of locks this thing in place so it can't go up or down. All the rest of this stuff doesn't matter as much in theory. Loosen all of this up. Do not go into the car anymore. I also sprayed all this stuff down with WD-40. The shafts here and this stuff, trying not to get it on the car. The last thing going on the panels is WD-40. Okay. Pretty loose there. Pain in the butt there. So this has been 3 years, come September, 3 years since this thing went up. Can't believe that, but craziness. All right, I'm gonna go loosen the same bolts in the front. All right, now I'm not gonna be dropping this thing down by myself. I put it up by myself, but I'm not gonna drop it by myself. It's too dangerous, I think. So I'll wait till tomorrow. So all I'm trying to see here, theoretically all the weight is being held by the hydraulic rams right now. If I let them out, the car should drop. If not, then I have a problem. This is what happened last time I tried to move it. It wouldn't go anywhere. I am hoping what happened the last time I did this is that I forgot to take those locking bolts out, which of course it won't move if those are in there. All right, here goes nothing. Let some pressure out, let's see what happens. Nothing. I can hear it acting like it wants to move. I see there's one more bolt there that might be locking it in. Let me loosen that one up. This is nerve-wracking because the rams are not really supporting any weight there. They're just sitting there. And you know this thing wants to go, so it's, when it goes, it's just going to collapse. So I'm a little nervous here. Just keep loosening this stuff up, I guess. Still binding a little bit. Battery's getting low here, so hopefully we'll catch all of this. I don't mind saying I'm more than a little terrified right now. I know this thing's under a lot of pressure. Try jacking it up a little bit, maybe take some of the pressure off. had it. Aha! Did you see that? It moved. Now let me go do the same thing in the front. Alright, so let me show you what's going on here. So I had to take these things completely off. So this thing had gotten cockeyed or something. So it's basically, it was just locked in place there. So I only got a couple seconds of battery left here, so we're going to see if we can drop it now. So I have to drop a little bit at a time from each side. Keep staying clear. Moving. You can see that thing's pretty cockeyed right there. Not really sure there's anything I can do about it. Let me try and lower the front. I don't know if you can see that, but the front went down nicely. Let's see if we can get this guy to drop. So stuck. Man. Not really sure what to do here. It's so cockeyed. I need to loosen that bracket even more, but the whole ass end of the car could fall off if I take that much more loose. Okay, we got a few seconds of video here. It's sitting on the jack stands in the back. And I'll show you this. This is what I was talking about. It's just so cockeyed right there. So I was pretty scared. But once I broke all those bolts loose and I took a screwdriver in there and broke it loose with the screwdriver and it came off and I'm out of battery. See ya! I don't know. What do you think? Should I lower it or leave it like that? I kind of like it. Surely you jest, Eric. Yes, yes, surely I do. Hey, look at this. It's on the ground. The rotisserie's gone. I got it to stow under the house. Couldn't believe it. I managed to squeeze it through the door and get it under the house. So it's out of here. So I have my garage back. Now I had to set it down where it is in order to be able to get the rotisserie out. But as you can see, it's too far forward. So next order of business is getting it moved. So I'm going to try the trick that I've seen a bunch of you guys do with putting the dollies under the jack stands. The dollies just came today. Had they come yesterday, I would have put them under there when I did this, but I didn't have them in time. So, but I have them now. So we'll jack the car up, get these things on the jack stands, on the dollies, and then move the car back that way so we can get the subframe back on and all that. I have to get the car down far enough to where I can get these wheels in their proper location so that I can take the measurements for the rear end. Judging by what I'm looking at here, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Because you see how much jack stand there is to go there and how much that needs to go. So I'm not going to be able to get it low enough on the jack stands. So I think what I'm going to do, I was planning anyway on getting ramps. That's what I used to use when I worked on my old Camaro, my 74 Camaro back in college days. I put the car up on ramps and work on it underneath there. I felt a lot more safe on with the wheels up on ramps than I did on jack stands, especially in California where we have earthquakes. I just never like the idea of being under these things with jack stands. If you're in a seismically stable area, that's probably okay. But in California, you can imagine being under there and just a little tremor and like it fall off. So anyway, point of that is the ramps will raise that up, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches. That in combination with lowering the jack stands, I think I can get the wheel up high enough to where it's supposed to be, so I can take the measurements. That thing's sitting a little far forward in the wheel well there. I just kind of dropped it in there just for giggles. Ha ha ha. Anyway, I'm really happy. Like I said, it's interesting. Prophecy or not, I don't know. This is episode 77. 77 Camaro and episode 77. And it's taken that long to get the car back on the ground. So 77 episodes to get it up in the air and back on the ground. With any luck, maybe the next 77 episodes we'll see the car done. I could live with that. Hopefully it won't take 3 years, but that would be nice. Anyway, now that the car is back on the ground, as I said in the last video, or one of these videos, I don't know, I got to take the measurements for the rear end so I can get that ordered, get the rear end set up, get the all the ride tech stuff on the front subframe, get it on the car, then the car is on the ground sitting on its wheels. And then at that point now we can put all the sheet metal back on the car, get all the gaps lined up and everything. And then I can attack this quarter panel over here that needs to be fixed. I got a bunch of comments on that last time. I don't exactly know how much of this I need to replace. The parts that are cut out are largely what needs to be replaced with the addition of this wheel arch right here. All this metal up here is fine. When I sandblasted the car, there was some rust in here. I don't know if you can see this here, the little pits there. I don't know if those are showing up. Hard to tell. Yeah, I think you can see those. But it all sandblasted out and I think it's okay. And then there's just a touch of rust here and there. So I was just gonna patch these things. There's nothing going on up here. This is all fine. So I wasn't planning on doing the full quarter panel repair. I was just gonna get to do a skin effectively, but the skin that I bought just sucked. I don't like it. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and check around and find out. All the reading that I've done so far is people will just say basically they all suck on the second gen cars. So I don't really know. I may end up getting a full quarter panel, which has the jam piece here and everything, and then just cutting it down and using the skin. I really don't want to do that because those things are like $400 as opposed to $100 and change for a skin. But I don't know. Anyway. As I said, I wanted to have the doors back on the car and the car sitting on its wheels, make sure all these gaps were in the right place before I did that quarter panel, because I don't want to have to come back and redo the door gaps later. I'll do that at the same time. And then that's it. We're doing body work from that point on out. So get all the gaps, we'll do all the gaps everywhere, get all of that done, and then start doing all the dent repairs everywhere. I'm looking forward to that. You know, and hopefully in a matter of weeks, this looks like a car again with all the sheet metal on it. It's never had a hood on it the whole time I've had it. So it's gonna be cool. I'm kind of excited. Anyway, thanks everybody, and I'm not sure when the next video will be. Maybe tomorrow, maybe later in the week, I don't know. We'll see. Anywho, take it easy.